YouTube, we are back. Episode 2, it's the 5th of February. Birthday tomorrow. I'm not a big birthday person, but celebrating with mum and dad, which will be nice. We did a 5.5k easy run this morning, nice and early, before heading to the gym and doing our in-person sessions with a couple of the athletes. We're gonna head home now. We're gonna eat. I'm gonna take you through my nutrition at the moment and run through what I eat, why I eat, timings, etc. But the mindset around nutrition is definitely the athlete approach where we're fueling for performance. I've had a big change up with my training as of recent, which is really exciting, but it just means that because I'm expending a lot more energy and my body's requiring more output, that I need to better manage my input. So nutrition is so important for that, not only sleep and recovery and all those sorts of things, but the main focus is making sure that we're eating enough, and especially enough of the right stuff. So come along with me, let's go. Just got home from the gym. I'm gonna have meal 2. We had meal 1 this morning, which was protein oats. So 100 grams of oats, protein powder, creatine, mixed berries with a little bit of peanut butter. Definitely higher carbs to replenish from the exercise that we did this morning. We're gonna make some wraps now. Really simple, literally 4 ingredients. So we've already prepped our chicken, and I'll cook 1 kilo or 2 kilos bulk. And so it's ready to go. And then get the wraps out, cut some lettuce up, add some cucumber, happy days. So I've only just recently started having my wraps just to change it up, but it's such a quick and easy meal that I can keep really simple protein, good source of carbs from the wraps. So I have 2 wraps, protein with the chicken and then some veg as well. So when it comes to meal prep, I don't actually cook heaps of food and then put it all into separate containers. I'll prep food, for example, like my protein, so chicken, beef, and pork. I'll prep some of my veg. So for example, I'm gonna cut all this lettuce up, put it back in the bag so that it's ready to go. I don't have to spend time throughout the week recutting. How can I make it as simple for future me as possible? And then pop all this back in the bag. And this will usually last me maybe 3-4 days because I have 2 meals that have lettuce in it. Beautiful, prepped, done. Chicken heated up, pop into a bowl, scales to weigh it out. I'm putting it into the bowl anyway, so I may as well just put it on scales just to double check that I'm getting enough of the food. Bang, 200 grams. Microwave. Cucumber, takes 2 seconds to cut up. So when it comes to fruit and veg, I don't necessarily weigh it out just because they're so low in calories. But for example, I'll have a whole cucumber, I'll have a whole zucchini, and that's where I can get a lot of my volume. 2 wraps. Lettuce, cucumber, and then split the chicken up. Delicious, simple, high carb, protein, veg in there, fueling for performance. This is going to help me replenish, but also give me the energy for the whole day. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea to actually break down how I set my nutrition up for the week and how I make any changes and what I utilize as a tool to manage and plan. As we know, 90% of our problems in life comes from a lack of preparation, especially when it comes to food. So I'm a big believer in preparing my meals mentally and on paper so that it takes the guesswork out. I don't have to think about how am I going to get enough fuel? How am I going to hit my protein? What happens if I overeat, undereat? It's all done for me. All I have to do is buy the ingredients and follow the plan and enjoy the foods. I can add the foods that I like. I don't have to eat foods that I don't enjoy, I can really find a balance between everything and enjoy the process of fueling for performance. Obviously, we are very mindful of body composition as well. Aesthetics and physique and looking nice, especially nice being as a male, we want that lean, athletic, muscular build where we can still perform, still run, still do all the high intensity stuff. Eat a lot of food, but look like a beast. This is my nutrition tracking spreadsheet that I utilize not only for my athletes, but also myself. And it's just a way to put all our meals in, put all our ingredients in, and compare it to our goals based on my level of activity, obviously age, gender, height, weight, etc. It's encouraging us to, or guiding us to have just over 200 grams of protein, around 500 carbs, and just under 70 fat, giving us total calories just under 3,500. It's merely just a guide. So what I've done and what I do each week is design my meal plans and the meals that I'm gonna have to try and fit as close to these goals as possible. So the current plan that I've got, we've got protein extremely, a lot higher. I prefer it this way. I really enjoy having the protein foods, and I don't feel as though I'm over consuming it. Carbs, a lot less than the recommended amount, but this is keeping into consideration that there's probably going to be some hidden sources of carbs that I'm not considering, but definitely something we're going to look at increasing over the next couple of weeks. And then fats is pretty much bang on. So again, total calories is just under that 3,500. This is putting us at maintenance, a little bit under to keep body fat percentage a little bit lower. I've noticed that it started creeping up a little bit, which is okay. We hit a new high of 85 on the dot this morning. I plan the meals out so then I don't have to think. Meal one, as mentioned this morning, oats, 100 grams, protein powder, peanut butter, frozen berries, super simple. Meal two, which is what we just had, we've got our chicken, we've got our wraps, we've got our cucumber, we've got our lettuce. Again, really solid meal, high protein, high carb, beef and vegetable with rice. Meal four, which is almost like a snack, a little bit lower in terms of total calories. We got Moo Pro Greek style yogurt, absolutely elite yogurt. I can have 300 grams. I get 150 calories from it, 30 grams of protein, pretty much no fats, and only 13.5 carbs. Honey, blueberries, chia seeds, banana, nice little yogurt and fruit bowl. This meal, I've only started having this recently. This is, I'm gonna call it, it's the Barlow coaching protein pancakes. These are elite. So what I do is, and like, it is a massive meal in terms of, it's almost 1,000 cal. Eggs, 4 of them, rice flour, 80 grams. I mash up a banana, pop that in as well. And then I put the protein powder and a little bit of milk, which I haven't put in there, which is totally fine. Mix it all up, make a batter with it, put it in the fry pan, make up some pancakes, and then I add some of the yogurt and mixed berries on top. Elite. I have that as my dinner at the moment. So across the 5 meals, we're looking at these totals here. And this is just allowing me to show up each and every single day. It allows me to be the best version of myself, being able to perform, being able to coach, being able to recover, all these different things. I think if you can approach your nutrition with this sort of mindset where everything I'm eating has a purpose, I'm not eating things just for the sake of it. I'm eating things mindful that, okay, this is going to fuel me for later. It changes the game completely, which is super fun and super exciting. Throughout the day, I also have 2 to 3 coffees, depending on how I'm feeling. I always wake up in the morning and it's pretty much the first thing I do because it's my routine. It makes me feel good. I look forward to it. It starts the day off, that structure, and it's almost like a little kickstart to the day. Gets my day started. And I feel good doing so. So I try and minimize my caffeine intake later in the day. So it's currently 10:45 and this is the second coffee. I might have one around 12 or 1. But yeah, past that lunchtime, I try and avoid it just so I can optimize my sleep later in the day. So we're going to make meal 3. We've got 30 minutes before we have to head to the gym. We've got 2 in-person sessions.
And then we've got a strength class that we are joining in with at 6:05. So what, 3.5 hours before training, but I'm not going to have time to eat before then. So I'm already thinking ahead of how I can fuel myself for that session. A lighter meal with our yogurt, scales as always, 300 grams. Protein powder. This is a new one. I haven't had this one previously, but I got it because it's on sale and it's pretty clean. It's a little bit more like powdery compared to some other ones that I've had before. So what I do is actually add a dash of milk to make it more creamy and less like powdery, because it tastes really dry with just the yogurt. Again, like, I don't account for this milk, like I don't put it in, but we know from what I showed earlier, we have calories to spare. Mix it all up, it goes everywhere. Adding protein powder to your yogurt makes it elite. So much more enjoyable. Chia seeds, banana, mixed berries. So as I'm pouring it in, I'm literally just eyeing off the scale. So simple. I'm pouring it in anyway. And then my favorite, honey. Oh!
Let's go. Let's go.
So good.
We've just finished our afternoon in-person sessions and we're on our way to do our upper body strength class, which I'm looking forward to. Main movement tonight is bench press. Feeling well fueled, feeling high energy. Obviously we've had 4 meals already, so definitely ready to utilize that stored fuel. Hopefully hit some PBs, which would be nice. And then very much looking forward to our Barlow coaching protein pancakes tonight. Stay tuned. Really good sessions with my athletes, looking at educating and providing as much knowledge and information as possible so that eventually, hopefully, they're able to build the confidence and knowledge and understanding to do it themselves. Especially as a coach, my intention is to get someone from A to B, one, as quick as possible, but with the knowledge and confidence that they no longer need me. Pre-workout tunes are Kings of Leon on the CD player in the car. Doesn't get much better than that. Bangers. Strength session done. Now we go cook some pancakes. Let's go. Out of 10?
7.
Why a 7?
Frozen fruit.
Ah, if it was fresh fruit?
Fresh, pretty good. Like 9.
Beast.
Oh, nah. Fresh and ice cream, not yogurt.
Ah.
Oh, really?
It is the next day, Thursday, the 6th of February, also known as my birthday. We were up nice and early this morning, as always, around that 4 a.m. wake up time, just to give ourselves enough time to get ready for the day. We had 4 sessions this morning before coming back home, eating, fueling, and we are on our way to the ATHS track. I'm a big believer in early morning wake ups and being productive with the morning, because from experience, from working with a lot of clients, we all know that not much productivity happens late at night, right? So waking up early and shifting our awakening time, so that means waking up earlier and going to bed earlier, it, from experience, means we're probably going to be more productive with our time, right? So for example, waking up at 4 a.m. like I did today, I did an hour of editing this morning. If I was to sleep in for that hour and put that hour in the afternoon, to be honest, knowing myself and knowing a lot of other people, I probably wouldn't have done the editing. I would have been tired, I would have been fatigued, I would have come up with excuses, and I probably would have just been like, sat on the couch, watched TV, and scrolled on my phone. Now, not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but as a person who has big goals and big ambitions in life, I can't afford to not be productive with the hours that I do have. That's why I like to do the hard stuff in the morning. That's why I go for a run first thing in the morning, or go to the gym, or whatever it is, just to start the day right. It just frees up time in the afternoon where I can, if I do have free time, lounge around and do whatever I want. So we just got to the ATHS track, but unfortunately it is shut to the public today. So instead, we're gonna go for a run along the coast. I've never honestly been over this side of the city, so we're gonna do some exploring. We're gonna go around 4 or 5k one way, and then we'll turn around and we'll come back. So we'll plan to do, rather than interval, just a nice easy run, being adaptive rather than just going home, still getting in a nice solid run. So we'll see how we go. Just over 12k, 57 minutes, 4:41 average. I definitely ate too much beforehand. I felt like I was going to throw up, like 4k in. But we ran from Newport ATHS track to, where do we go? Williamstown, to the beach there. So it's a pretty good run. No footage from that run, but what I'm going to do is add in some footage from last week's track session. Hopefully you enjoy that.